learn to fight. Yo, John Fitch here, and I've got another wonderful installation of Learn to Fight, where we're going to see some very novice boxing skills do really well for this kid. All right, and I'm not always a big proponent of throwing hands in a lot of self-defense fight scenarios because there's a lot of danger involved with throwing hands, breaking your hand, knocking them out. They hit their head on the ground. You potentially getting hit yourself to knocked out. There's a lot of scenarios where things can go badly quickly. And I think a lot of times it's better to force a clinch and redirect their momentum, push them to the ground, push them away, rather than mixing it up and possibly getting hit or doing well and hitting them and knocking them out, and then they die hitting their head on the ground. This is a situation where I don't know if they're leaving the bars or it looks kind of like a sporting event maybe. There's a lot of people out on the street. In this scenario, I can see the boxing come into play a little bit because there are so many people around, and getting caught up for too long in a clinch could be problematic. But if when you watch this, if you're far enough away to hit the guy, you're generally far enough away to get away. So, this is a little bit of mutual declared combat between the guys involved. They wanted to fight. They had a beef and they wanted to squash it through fisticuffs. This isn't necessarily a self-defense situation. So because it's basically unregulated type of sport fight, there are certain things that are a little bit allowed, and they're able to box here a little bit. Not well. All right, we'll jump into this so you guys can see what's going on. And this one guy, he doesn't have a lot of boxing skill, but you can tell just with his stance, how he stands, how he's throwing his jab. He knows how to shift his weight. He's well balanced on his feet, so he's got a little bit of experience. All right, let's take a look. Here we go with a little fisticuffs. It's a 2-on-2 situation. The guy with the hoodie and the dark hoodie, he's got a little bit of boxing experience. He's able to move his head. He stands fairly balanced over his feet. He triples up on the jab a couple times. He's able to fade in and out with his movement. This will start over here again. You see him squared up, playing a little peekaboo. He's even able to come over and help his friend out who got hit by this other guy, and then he drops, I think he drops both of them. But again, you see they're far enough away to, I think I had a UFC shirt on. I wonder if this left a UFC event. Maybe that was a sporting event. Everybody's hopped up on UFC juice. But yeah, he's centered, balanced, throws his jab well, doesn't take much. These guys are probably drunk. When you're drunk, you get knocked out way easier. You lose your balance way easier, and it's not smart to do. If we go back to this, right? He's already far enough away to scooch away. He could scoot up. There's a light post. There's trees. There's things he could put in between him and them. This is obviously four guys that kind of decided they were going to fight. This was an unregulated, unlicensed amateur boxing event. That's what this was. All right. He does a good job of avoidance. I mean, he's using that jab to stay away. He's still moving back, being able to move back and throw punches. He's trying to clear out of there. Could have been avoided. Clearly could have been avoided. You have to look at things. If, say, he seriously injures that first guy he knocked down, had his ass hanging out. Say that guy gets serious brain injury or even dies. Now where is he at? Manslaughter or something. He's doing some time in prison, and he's gonna have that on his record. Not exactly smart decision. you know, especially if this kid trains. He's out there training. He's trying to do something with himself. He's trying to be somewhere, trying to get somebody and be somebody. He's out doing this. Go to the gym. Save it for the gym. Save it for the gym. Save it for your fights where you're getting paid. I want to, you want to think this stuff is cool. It looks cool. Yeah, we're out there street fighting. It's really pretty stupid. It's really kind of dumb. And these two guys did not have any training or experience. They're throwing wide, looping punches. And the guy with a little bit of training is able to throw, straight punches, straight jabs, and get the job done. It was enough. It was all he needed to handle two guys kind of rushing at him. Does a nice job helping his friend out. His friend smartly moves away. You see how his friend disengages? He goes away. That's correct. That's correct. Get out of there. Get out of there. All right, so you guys can see, yes, boxing can be very effective. It's effective in self-defense type situation. But I will say that I don't see this as a self-defense situation. This is, like I said, it's unregulated, unsanctioned, amateur boxing. It was a mutually agreed upon fight between those guys, and they handled their business. Luckily, nothing super severe happened where these guys' lives were drastically changed or altered because of some stupid thing. Somebody hits their head on the ground, dies, and now people are looking at prison time. It's just not smart. If you have it in you to fight people, if you want to fight people, go to the gym. It's the best thing for you to do. Go to jiu-jitsu class, go to boxing class, go to Muay Thai, do some sparring situations, right? Get some sparring in, get some smokers in, get some amateur fights in, maybe turn pro. Do it for real. Get some real experience with it and get some real skill. Do not waste your time getting into street fights with people, getting into emotional arguments that lead to you acting out in physical rage. Go to the gym. Work out. Do it for real. Get some good training in. Learn your capabilities. Learn what your restrictions are. Learn what you can do. Learn how to defend yourself. Walk with more confidence. Do that. Do not get into fist fights after UFC or other sports ball events. Don't do that. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you're tuning in to John Fitch Knows Nothing, Sunday nights, 7 p.m. on the left coast. Hit the links up in the description below. Check out the programs you'll enjoy. Working on my practical self-defense course now. The free intro to practical self-defense is available now. Go check that out. Have a good rest of your day. I'll check you later.